First of all, thanks for talking to us. Can you tell us a bit about your DVD?
Yeah, the DVD. So, well, we're done pitching Universal. It was a good thing to do because it was a great year coming up. You know, professionally, we started before sports personality, but that was a great start to do it. You know, but it was going to be a big year for me. I was changing teams. I was world champion. It was Olympic year. You know, and so that was going to be a great year professionally. But bigger than anything, I think personally, I was going to be a dad. You know, it was a big year in my life. So it was a good year to kind of follow and make a DVD about it.
You mentioned obviously 2012 was a massive year for you, but obviously for British cycling it was huge as well, with Brad winning the Tour. Do you think that that's increased interest in the sport at grassroots level?
I think it was kind of growing before that anyway, and this was kind of just smashed out at the top. You know, we had an incredibly successful year. Obviously I was world champion and Brad won the Tour, and we had all the success at the Olympics. You know, I think it's really, well, there's nothing better to evoke, you know, interest than success. So.
You talk about the Olympics there. What was it like competing in front of the home crowds in London 2012?
That was really nice. There was about 1 million people on the course. You know, it was the biggest live audience for any Olympic event there's been. You couldn't hear your teammates the way around. You know, the noise the whole way around that circuit was incredible, and that was a memory I'll live with forever.
Obviously you had huge support from your team in there, and Bradley Wiggins was obviously in your team in the Olympics. Could you just give us a quick comment on his accident yesterday, obviously?
No, it's horrible, you know. It's really not nice when you hear about any cyclist that's been knocked off, but when you know somebody, it's terrible news. You know, I sent him a message this morning, and he's out of hospital now, which is really good, but I hope it doesn't set him back too much.
Have you had any similar close calls in training? Obviously on open roads in Britain it's quite...
I don't train in Britain, I live in Italy, so they're a bit more used to cyclists there, you know. Yeah.
Have you had any incidents in training, or is it just in the big races that you've had big crashes?
Yeah, you know, I have spills now and again, but I'm quite lucky, touch wood, that I haven't had anything too bad.
What are your aims for next year particularly?
I'd like to win the green jersey again, the Tour de France. The Tour de France is the biggest race for me, and I'd like to continue winning 5 or 6 stages there in the green jersey.
Do you feel that with a full team support, obviously moving to Quick Step, you'll have more chance of achieving that aim?
I think so. I think Omega Pharma Quick Step is a strong team. It's a classics-based team, so it's a team with strong guys for the sprint. They have no GC ambitions, so I think it's going to be a dedicated team for the Tour. So I'm looking forward to going, and I'm sure we're going to be successful next year. And
although you weren't the sole focus of the Tour team this year with Team Sky, did you enjoy the domestique role and working for Brad?
I absolutely loved it. You know, I was revelling and going and trying to compete for the yellow and green jersey with this British team with Brad, a good friend of mine. You know, and he certainly had an incredible run up to it, and it was perfect. You know, and it was one of the best memories I have in my career. You know, and to see him come to Paris with the yellow jersey is a big thing.
One of the most iconic shots of the Tour for me was seeing you back at the team car filling water bottles up into the World Champions jersey. Did that resonate around the world of cycling, that you were a team player as well as the best sprinter in the world?
I have no idea. I didn't do it for that, I did it for Brad, you know. So.
Right. And what about Rio in 2016? We'll be seeing you there?
I hope so. The road races looks like it's going to be pretty tough. It's not going to be something that I can win, I don't think, but you might see me on the velodrome. You know, I've shown an interest there, but you know, there's about 400 race days before that, and 4 Tour de France's. But yeah, I really love competing for my country. You know, I'm passionate, I'm patriotic, and putting on that jersey that represents the flag I was born under is a big thing to me. You know, and the Olympic Games is a big thing for British people. You know, so I'd like to go and represent my country there.